When you think about the planet's oxygen, one place probably comes to mind. The Amazon rainforest. Often called the lungs of the earth. It's famous for producing massive amounts of oxygen. But what if I told you, the Amazon isn't actually the biggest source of oxygen on our planet? In fact, most of the oxygen you're breathing right now didn't come from trees at all. It came from the ocean. From organisms so tiny, you've probably never even heard of them. We've all been taught that forests are the main oxygen producers. And it makes sense. Trees absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen through photosynthesis. The Amazon rainforest is massive, covering millions of square kilometers and packed with life. So naturally, it earned the nickname the lungs of the earth. But here's the twist. While the Amazon does produce oxygen, it also consumes nearly the same amount through respiration and decomposition. Meaning its net contribution to Earth's oxygen supply is surprisingly small. So if not the Amazon, then what's doing the heavy lifting? Meet the real oxygen producers. Phytoplankton. These are microscopic, plant-like organisms drifting in oceans, seas, and even lakes. Individually, they're invisible. But together, they form one of the most powerful life systems on Earth. Through photosynthesis, phytoplankton absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen just like trees. But here's the shocking part. They are responsible for producing around 50% to 80% of the oxygen on Earth. That means every second breath you take comes from the ocean. So how can something so tiny outperform entire forests? The answer lies in scale. Oceans cover more than 70% of Earth's surface. That's a massive area filled with sunlight, nutrients, and billions upon billions of phytoplankton. They reproduce rapidly. Some species can double in number in just a day. And unlike trees, which take years to grow, phytoplankton are constantly being replaced and renewed. It's like having a global oxygen factory running non-stop. So why do we still hear that the Amazon produces 20% of Earth's oxygen? Because technically, it does produce a lot of oxygen. But production alone doesn't tell the full story. The forest's plants, animals, and microbes also consume oxygen through respiration. Dead plants decompose, using up oxygen in the process. So when everything is balanced out, the Amazon's net oxygen contribution is close to zero. It's not useless. It's critical for biodiversity, climate regulation, and carbon storage. But it's not the planet's main oxygen source. Understanding this changes how we think about Earth's life systems. Because it means the oceans are not just important. They're essential to our survival. And here's the problem. Phytoplankton are extremely sensitive to environmental changes. Rising ocean temperatures, pollution, and acidification are already affecting their populations. If phytoplankton decline, oxygen production could drop. And that doesn't just affect marine life, it affects all life on Earth. What makes this even more fascinating is how invisible it all is. You can walk through a forest and see trees producing oxygen. But in the ocean? The real work is being done by organisms too small to see. Massive oxygen production, happening silently beneath the waves. It's a reminder that some of the most important systems on Earth are the ones we barely notice. So next time you take a deep breath, remember this. Half of that oxygen likely came from the ocean. Not from towering trees or vast jungles, but from microscopic plankton floating near the surface of the sea. The Amazon may be the lungs we can see. But the ocean? That's the lungs we depend on.